you, Tia.
What are you doing? You're typing? Typing what? Work? Alright. So I want to do a little video with you. Is that fine? Alright, great. You want to introduce yourself before we go ahead?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Hello, I'm Monece Barnes. I'm 8 years old, and I'm Natia Barnes' baby sister. And I'm basically 8 years old, and I'm going to be 9 in a few months. So, yeah.
Alright, we never asked your biography.
Pass button.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Alright, so as I said, I am gonna bother my little sister a bit. Right? So we are doing a little challenge. We're gonna be doing two things.
Okay.
Right? You look busy. I'm kinda bored, so I kinda wanna get you involved in all of this. So there's this book that she loves a lot. Don't know if you guys can see the name of it, but it is called My Book About Me by Mr. Silly. Right? I don't know why. This the book now no cover. Literally, she read it so often, she fold it, the book the cover drop off, and every time we glue it on, it end up back off anyway. So we never bother waste of time. Right? So we're gonna be doing two things. Did you introduce yourself? Yes, you did. You tell the people to subscribe to the channel?
Oh, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, so you can know that when Chilling with Nat post a new video, and make sure you give it a big thumbs up and comment down below. Team Natia.
Period. Right, true. Alright, so
And make sure when you say Team Money spans more than Team Natia.
alright, no problem. Alright, so we're gonna be doing two things. I'm gonna ask her to read a little bit and about her book, and then ask her, what's the moral of the story, and then of course we're gonna do a type contest. Yes, people, make a challenge at 8-year-old with a typing contest. I want to win. Me? You better. Anyways, so she's gonna read for us. That's a little piece of her book that she loves so much. Go ahead, Mon.
My Book About Me, created by Mr. Silly.
Awesome.
Mr. Silly wanted to make a book. Now, what can I write about? He said to himself. He took a sip from his mug of hot toast. I know I can write about me, he suddenly declared. So Mr. Silly got a pad of paper and began. He dipped a carrot in a pot of ink and began to write. Miss Silly, it is not easy to write with a carrot. But Mr. Silly did not use a pen. What would be far too sensible? He wrote down the title, My Book About Me. And then he wrote about the time he went to Nonsense Land bookshop and bought a book. One page at a time. It took a very long time to buy it. But then Mr. Silly changed his mind. Just writing about himself might be a bit boring. I would disagree, but Mr. Silly had made his mind up, or was that done? You never can tell with Mr. Silly. He decided he would include his friends in his book. If his friends were in his book, then they would want to read it. First of all, he wrote about Mr. Wrong. Mr. Wrong reads his book upside down, whereas Mr. Topsy-Turvy reading his book back to front. So he would begin with the end and end with the beginning. Whole topsy-turvy.
Alright, stop right there. I want to ask you a quick question, Mon.
Yeah.
What's the moral of the story? What have you gotten from reading the story?
What I've gotten from the story
Mhm.
is like Mr. Silly like really wants to make a book
Yes.
and he wants people to read it,
Mhm.
and he think it would be a bit boring because it's himself inside the book and his own personality, and if his friend was in it, he said they would want to read it, and of course your friends will really want to read it because they finally be in a book.
Okay, awesome. So I want to ask you a question, right? And it's concerning the book. Are you a Mr. Silly? Or a Miss Silly, I should say?
Miss Silly. Miss
Yes?
Silly.
Yes, you are. Why?
Because if it was Mr. Silly, I'm not a boy, so I'm a Mrs. Silly, which I'm not in any book yet, so I'm just my normal name.
Okay. Alright, no problem. So let's get right into the typing contest. Are you ready?
Yup.
Alright, so let's go. You ready?
Yup.
Alright, let's go. Mr. Silly. Hold on, let me get the YouTube form so them can see you typing. Right? Alright. Let's go. Mr. Silly was very pleased with his story. Great. But first, he had to make it. Go ahead. So, my question to you, Nomon. What do you feel about the vaccination? Alright, first, what do you feel about COVID? What are your thoughts?
I feel really sad because a lot of people lost their jobs and they don't have money to feed themselves or their child, and much less school. School is locked, and I really want school to open back so I can play and have fun with my friends and do face-to-face with my teacher, which is really fun more than online. And yeah.
Okay, what do you think about the vaccination? You know, persons are saying, oh, you have to get vaccinated, and if you don't, it might affect you going back to school and that kind of stuff. What is your thought on vaccination?
Okay, my thought with vaccination is a hell no.
Me can't bother. Me done. YouTube, me done. Period. Me done. She said she can't bother. Me done. Me done. So you're not gonna get vaccinated, Cass?
Only if even if I must go back to school, I'm not taking any vaccine.
Okay.
I'd rather do that online.
Alright.
Because I don't have to take any vaccinated. And much less at foreign. I watched this video on TikTok. It's basically that they will push you to take vaccination, and the guy just running from the vaccination people, much less two of them, and two of them is really fast. The man is really running fast and calling help. People are just standing there and just laughing and say, wow, how mad.
Oh, wow. Alright, so I think that basically ends the video. So thank you very much, Mon, for being a part of this video, of course. I really appreciate it. Do you have anything you want to say to my viewers before we end off the video?
Thank you guys for watching this video.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sponsored by me.
Alright, it's sponsored by her. Mm-hmm.
And make sure you type in Team Monece
Alright.
in that comment section. I might turn on this now. So hello guys. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.